And set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Dance Alive National Ballet presents Phantom, A Tale of Obsession on Saturday, October 30th at 2 p.m. and at 7:30 p.m. at the Curtis M. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts in Gainesville. It is a world of love and obsession, good versus evil, the classic love triangle. What better for Halloween? Funding is provided in part by Visit Gainesville, Alachua County, a grant from the City of Gainesville Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs Department. Details and ticket information at dancealive.org.
Seems like everyone's looking for BOGOs these days, but only Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens goes the BOGO one better. A mix and match BOGO on a whole bunch of your favorites. Just listen. Mix and match honeysuckle, hibiscus, Hawaiian Thai, shooting star, oleander, a whole lot more, all in the big number 4 size. You mix them and you match them. You buy one, you get one free. That's this week at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. How about those crotons? They're perfect for fall, and the regular price is $12.99, but just $9.99 this week at Bob Wine's. Those orange bird of paradise are bursting in bloom. Not $49.99, just $39.99, and you've just got to see them. This week, head on over to Bob Wine's for fresh herbs starting at just $1.99. Check the ad. Head to Bob Wine's on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala, daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming location since 1952.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Thursday. I am your host, Tom Schmitz, coming to you from the WOCA studios just off the runway of the Ocala International Airport in the Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida. Hey, October Cybersecurity Awareness Month serves as a timely reminder that criminals are working overtime on scams to steal your identity, data, and money. Because of that, we have joining us today Hari Ravichandran. He is the cybersecurity expert and the founder and CEO of Aura, a digital security company working to make the internet safer for everyone. Ravi, good morning to you.
Morning. Thanks for having me.
This is something with everybody who's anybody under the age of 105 has some access or deals with a computer on a daily basis and is susceptible to this kind of cybersecurity. Why is Cybersecurity Awareness Month important?
That's a great question. We did a recent study here at Aura. We found that 6 in 10 people have been this time. Americans now lose more money to digital crime than to home burglary. And if you think about it, we spend billions of dollars each year on home security systems, but we don't even do the most basic things or set up the basic precautions to protect ourselves online. So in honor of Cybersecurity Awareness Month this October, we at Aura wanted to educate consumers about the various risks that they face online, and also to remind them that taking a proactive approach to keeping yourself and your family safe, especially with the upcoming holiday shopping and travel season where criminals kind of really come out in droves, is super important.
I remember that I used to get emails from Somali princes and Mozambique royalty that there was $32 million and I was going to get part of it. That used to be, I remember I'd get emails like that all the time. Are those still the top scams, or have they evolved? What are the top scams that people experience now on the internet or on their computer?
It's evolved a lot. Criminals have become a lot more sophisticated. They're much more well-funded. You see a lot more phishing scams now. You see a lot more employment scams where people pretend to be you. to be able to go get jobs, home title alerts where they set up mortgages under your name. You see kind of phishing emails where you're asked to wire money to like a utility company or something like that. You send the money in, it turns out that it's a criminal. Online dating scams. Ransomware is very big as well now, where you click on a link, your computer gets affected, and to get access back to your computer and documents, you got to pay somebody. So some of the older ones probably still are floating around, but there are probably 100 new variants that are much more sophisticated and much more believable, even for technically savvy people.
With all that out there, what can I do to protect myself against these scams?
So to protect yourself, there are one of the things you got to keep in mind is to try to take a much more proactive approach. We here at Aura, our mission is to create a safer internet. As you mentioned earlier, I myself was a victim of an identity theft in 2014, which is what really precipitated the starting of this company. We help users take a much more proactive approach. With one subscription, we're able to provide an all-in-one digital security solution. It sends alerts when negative events happen. It also prevents a lot of negative events from happening. Lets you know what potential threats are to keep yourself and your family safe online.
Well, you're with Aura, so that's a piece of software. What should consumers look for when choosing security software like you're offering?
Yeah, so when people are looking for cybersecurity software, they should definitely look at the feature list, right? So you want to make sure it's very broad because a lot of these attacks come from a bunch of different vectors, whether it's with financial transaction monitoring, it's credit monitoring, it's identity protection, it's viruses. So making sure all these things are covered. You also want to look at pricing and make sure that it's not something where they give you an introductory or promo price and then kind of jam you for a much more pricing on the back end. Because again, if you tag a lot of these things together, it could run you as much as $80 to $100 a month. We at Aura try to keep the price point closer to $15 a month for all these features. Simplicity is again very critical, and making sure that there's a reputable set of product and engineering people that are building the solution and a great customer service department that if you do end up running into trouble, they can help you remedy these issues. So these are some of the things I would look out for.
Now, you said it can get quite pricey if you do this, that with the bait and switch type things. I know that exists out there. What is it that Aura offers that it makes you a more cybersecurity advantage than, say, some of the stuff that your competitors put out there?
Yeah, so our product has an identity theft insurance coverage, about $1 million coverage if your identity does get stolen. We've got online account and data breach monitoring and alerts, dark web monitoring, social security ID authentication monitoring, antivirus, Wi-Fi VPN for safe browsing, credit monitoring, credit lock, password manager, all of these things integrated in a beautiful interface that's around $10 to $15 a month, depending on what bundle you choose.
So I don't have to. What you're saying is I don't have to have like 4 or 5 different pieces of software to do it all, or I can look into Aura and form it and make it to what fits me, and I can do it as a one-stop shop. I don't have to go buy 6 or 7 different pieces of software.
Absolutely, and you nailed it, and it never stops, right? Because next week there's going to be a new kind of scam, so you don't have to go buy another solution for it. We'll keep adding features to the product. We're investing a lot behind technology and R&D, and we want to make sure we keep the solution very relevant for all consumers.
Tell people, somebody texted me during this interview and goes, what does he mean by phishing scams? I thought phishing was a dating thing. Tell people what a phishing scam is.
Yeah, so like a perfect example of it is you get a notice from what looks like your utility company, for example, and says, "Oh, send me $500. Your bill is overdue," or it looks like a credit card company email. You click on it. It looks like it's going to a site that looks like something you're familiar with. You put in your credit card information, you pay the bill. Somebody on the other side basically set up that entire thing as a scam to collect that money from you, and then they take off with it.
Yeah,
It used to happen a lot to companies, but now it happens to consumers all the time.
I had an email yesterday that, I needed, when you opening the email is not the bad thing, but then it gives you a link to click on, and it said that the reason they were contacting me was they had not received my Cox cable box back yet, and either I was going to need to click on this to find out where to send the cable box or to pay for the cable box if I hadn't returned it or if I'd thrown it away or something. And the beauty of it is I've never had Cox cable in my life. Never in my life.
So that one is But if you've been one of those people that actually had used Cox, and the email probably looks a lot like Cox email. Like they copy it, they mirror it, they make it look like it's real, and I mean, even if they're technically savvy, sometimes you can get taken.
Yeah. Hey, Ravi, where can people go find more information about Aura and how they can better prepare themselves against cyber attacks?
In honor of Cybersecurity Awareness Month, we're giving away a free 30-day trial of our products, so you can find that at aura.com. That's aura.com/trial. That's www.aura.com/trial.
It's not something you're going to be able to do by yourself. We need help with cybersecurity. Companies like Aura are the way to help with things that you may not understand because you're not as technically savvy. Ravi, thanks so much for joining us, and thanks so much for giving people an alternative to make it a safe time while they surf the internet.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you having me.
You know, cybersecurity is a big deal, and if you've ever, if your computer's ever been locked up with ransomware or something, you understand how scary it can be. But these companies like Aura are very good companies to help with your cybersecurity. So go check them out. We'll be back up this time out with hour number 3 of Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.